In 2016, the South African Police Service will reinstate almost 600 officers who have left the service due to retirement or resignation. More than 2,800 ex-police officers applied for positions in the police service. 1,000 of them were for the detective services. Thus far, only 548 applications have been approved. During a press briefing in Pretoria yesterday, the acting police commissioner also spoke about this back-to-basic approach. Well, joining us in studio now is the acting police commissioner, Lieutenant General Johannes Phahlane. Good to have you, Lieutenant General. Thank you very much for being with us here on the program.
Good morning, Leanne, and good morning to the viewers at home.
The police received, as we said in the intro, about 1,000 applications for detective services. Why were only 192 approved?
We actually received more than that. We have said to ourselves that it is not a numbers game. It is about the quality of the people that we are to be employing. So you basically have to check the skills and competencies of those that have applied and their value adding in the service. And based on that and the strict evaluation process that has been followed, we have re-employed the first batch. That's not the end of it. This will be an ongoing process. We should be able to accommodate more in the coming year.
What are some of the requirements to rejoin?
Well, obviously, you must have undergone the related courses in as far as policing is concerned. You must have a clean record, no disciplinary and/or criminal record. Your performance while you were in the service must have been convincing, and we need to see to it that the people that we are re-employing are not just people who are job seekers, but those that have got a commitment and dedication and the will to serve this country. It should not be only about not having a job. And obviously, the people that we are re-employing must not have retired. In other words, they must not have reached the retirement age of 60. They must not have left the service through a severance package. They must not have been dismissed.
Okay. So those are the requirements.
Yeah.
That was actually going to be my next question, was, is there an age limit for ex-police officers to join? Seeing that many of them are retired officers, and I can imagine, at retirement, once you're retired, you have hit that age of 60.
Yeah, maybe let's correct it. Those that we are re-enlisting will not have retired. They will have resigned.
Right.
It would have been people who are still young, who maybe would have went for greener pastures elsewhere, who for other reasons would have left the service, but have since reconsidered their decisions and wanting to plow back in the organization.
Right, I understand that now. How many vacant positions need to be filled? What are we looking at?
Leanne, we are a huge establishment as the South African Police Service. We are an organization housing close to 200,000 people. And there is attrition, natural attrition, and we on average lose close to 5,000 people a year, and we are looking at replacing those that we are losing every year because of retirement, resignation, and so on. So the re-enlistment process is but just one of those mechanisms we are going to employ to ensure that we capacitate ourselves. Apart from that, there will continue to be the enlistment of new people at entry level and laterally on various levels within the organization.
When you made the decision to bring back ex-police officers, what drove this? Why would you want to bring them back into the force?
It's obviously an acknowledgement that there are people out there who are already trained, who are skilled, and who have got the competencies to make a difference in the environment. You obviously will appreciate that people leave for various reasons, and where, for example, they have got an interest to plow back, we will continue to open our doors to re-enlist their services.
Yeah. I want to talk about the strategy of back to basics. What are you focusing in on for 2016, particularly with the back to basics in mind?
Thanks for asking that question. Back to basics is an approach that together with the minister we have taken to say, one, our people deserve a policing service. We are not doing our people any favor to serve them. We will want to enhance our capability in as far as visible policing is concerned, proactive policing, so that we don't only have to come in after crime has been committed. We need to see ourselves patrolling the streets of our country, making sure that we interact with our communities, we engage them in the fight against crime, and make that proactive policing a reality. But the other key thing is looking at the investigation. I think it is unacceptable for people to have lodged complaints and us not having to go back to them, feedback on what has transpired in as far as those cases are concerned. The issue of discipline, this organization should be characterized by discipline, and we are in our back to basics approach saying, for example, just merely reporting on duty. Yeah. Are people operationally ready? Are they well equipped to confront the challenges of the day? Our movements in the streets of our country, is it indicative of an organization which is ready to serve? How well prepared are we for the challenges of the day? You'll know that over this year we lost about 82 of our members from attacks, which we consider to be an attack on the state, on the authority of the state, and we will want to ward off those kind of things at all cost. And we are saying to our members, let's operate within the framework of the law and make sure that we do our communities proud in servicing them.
Well, we thank you very much for the work that you're doing. We wish you the best over this time, because I know that this is also a very, very difficult time, and we see that crime moving up, and that's not something that I can imagine you would like to see. You'd like to bring it down, and I think the support of the public is what you need as well. And do you have a message for the public that you'd like to give out there at this time?
The South African Police Service is an organization established in terms of the constitution of this country to serve. And we want to do exactly that and serve our communities with pride. We will take the police back to the basics. That's why you now find ourselves in numbers in the malls to make sure that the visibility is at the level where it is supposed to be, and bring some confidence back in our people. Yeah. But lastly, just we'll want to see our communities being active participants in the fight against crime.
Well, thank you very much, and we definitely support you on that one. Lieutenant General Johannes Phahlane, who is the Acting Police Commissioner, talking to us about the plans to bring back some those that have left the police force back into the fold, and also for some plans in next year's Back to Basics campaign.